Hey there guys, and welcome to another video by yours truly, McMix. This week another gaming video on the popular video game Genshin Impact. And I'm gonna answer the toughest question of all, Yoimiya, Baal, or Ganyu. Which one of these three should you pull? Also, I'm gonna tell you why you probably shouldn't pull for Ayaka, but all this later on in the video. You might say, hey, McMix, why should we listen to you? There's so many other Genshin Impact whales and players. Well, I'm not just going to analyze the characters' kits, but also calculate when they will reappear, which could be a really good incentive for you to pull now. I encourage you to watch this video in its entirety because I'm going to talk about Ganyu towards the end, and I have a lot of things to say about her. Before we get to that part though, let me introduce you to today's sponsor. Play Fishing Clash. Fishing Clash is an amazing free-to-play fishing game available both on iOS and Android. I have played other fishing games in the past, but Fishing Clash has by far the best package. There are literally hundreds of fish you can catch, from trouts to exotic species, and of course giants of the sea like sharks and my personal favorite, the dolphin fish. You can fish in over a dozen different fisheries from all over the world, rendered with high quality graphics. You can fish in Colorado, the Amazon River, Florida, and many other places. Use the correct type of rod and lure to catch every fish in the game. In order to catch bigger fish, you get to collect and upgrade many different rods, lures, and fishing equipment. And there's more. You want more of a challenge? You can compete against other players through PvP, through challenges, tournaments, and championships. The game also features new events every week with new challenges and adventures. And above all, it's a free game. It's free to download. So what are you waiting for? Check it out. Download the game through the link in the description and the pinned comment to support the channel. Alright, now back to the video. So, first of all, why shouldn't you pull for Ayaka? I know a lot of people are Ayaka, simps, they want to get Ayaka. She's one of the first Inazuma characters ever released, ever revealed. And there are a number of reasons why I think Ayaka is not as cool as a character as it used to be, in a sense. And let me explain. She's cryo, which it is a very, very popular element, of course. But every single player has multiple cryo characters. And only that, she is a cryo sword character. And we've already gotten two of those. Right? We got Kaya, which honestly, he's really good. He's like a budget version of Ayaka. And we also got Chi-Chi. This is not some kind of weird combination like Hydro Claymore or Electro Polearm. This is something we have already gotten. And only that, her kit is kind of similar to Kaya's, to be honest. To make matters even worse, since the release of the game, we've had at least two more cryo waifus, Rosaria and Eula, more recently. Both of these characters can deal a lot of damage and also have the cryo element. So on the one hand, her kit is kind of sort of covered by Kaya, and on the waifu side, on the waifu aspect, she is covered by Rosaria and Eula. Another big issue that a lot of players have had with Ayaka, and that I've seen in many forums, is the fact that she looks very, very cookie cutter. Her design is clean, I'm gonna admit that, and I like the color palette. But honestly, there's nothing that screams Genshin with these characters. Now, let's leave Ayaka on the side a little bit, and let's talk about Yoimiya, Baal, and Ganyu. Let's start with Yoimiya. Yoimiya is like a really cool character. Her design, her characterization, she's very childish, she's very happy. There's this new video of her idol animation where she's like She has this little firework or firecracker, and she's dancing and laughing. She's really fun. I've seen some leaked videos of her damage. I saw a video of her imbuing her arrows with a pyro element and dealing 6,000 and 7,000 damage per arrow. And this is without Jincho or Chongyun or any other character helping her proc these melts, vaporize. So imagine what she can do when you pair her up with a team that can apply these other elements, and then she can proc these reactions. That's gonna be crazy. Now let's talk about the Electro Archon herself, Baal. So Raiden Shogun is a character that everyone has been waiting for. There have been some leaks regarding her appearance. Some people were not satisfied really with her hair and with her looks. She really looks like a Liyue woman dressed in purple in many ways. But think about it. If you were to look at Zhongli, for instance, outside of the context, and just look at his design, it's cool, it's nice, it's slick, but it's nothing extravagant. And it kind of works for the character. So imagine if you were to see this guy wearing this trench coat before we got this amazing Zhongli video where he attacks, where he talks about the last contract in Liyue. People will be really mad. So I think Baal will be a great character. My biggest issue with Baal is that we were kind of promised of a katana wielding Archon, and she apparently wields a Naginata, which is a type of polearm. So she'll probably be an electro polearm character, which is kind of a deal breaker, but whatever. I've placed her above Yoimiya because, one, she's an Archon, and Archons are much more coveted. I think you should get them. And number two, because he's supposedly a support. miHoYo has done an amazing job with the Archon's kits. They could have made him rapid-firing DPSs, but no, they've chosen to make them into supports. So, and that's great because they can be placed in more combinations, more teams, and they don't break the meta. Because think about it, if you have a DPS Archon, he has to be the most powerful and most, deadly of all. And now, let's get to the part we were all waiting for. Ganyu, the Coco Goat herself. Everyone has been waiting for her return, and although it's not clear when her banner will drop, I have a theory. And I believe that miHoYo is going to drop her banner really close to the other banners. I would argue that the best financial strategy for them would be to place her very close to Baal, somewhere in 1.8 or 1.9 or 2.0 update, maybe after Baal, or even worse, right before Baal's banner. That will result in a lot of people spending a lot of Primo Gems and then spending money on getting both characters. Whereas if you have these characters apart, people will get Baal and then they will collect Primos to get Ganyu again. There's also the issue of Albedo, but I don't think Albedo will be placed there. We have so many new waifu characters that are much coveted, and Albedo will be kind of sidelined. Can you imagine if Albedo was placed right before Baal's banner? He would be totally sidelined. Nobody would pull for him. But you put a strong contender in the form of Ganyu, and then people will be incentivized to get both characters. But the biggest issue, and everyone talks about how broken Ganyu is. She's an amazing DPS, and guess what? She's one of the best waifus in the game. People want to pull for her just for her appearance. So that says it all. What I'm going to point out is that you should pull for Ganyu because there's no telling when she's going to have a rerun, when her banner will appear again. when the game first launched, there were very few characters. And within 6 or 7 months, we actually circled back to 20. But that's not going to be the case when you have dozens of new characters added into the game. Eventually, these older characters that appeared in the first year of the game will become much more rare. MiHoYo will have their banners appear sparingly. So there's a very good chance that Ganyu will not appear again until next year. We have to have a Xiao, we have to have a Hu Tao banner, and then we have to circle back and also add the Inazuma characters, because these Inazuma characters will also get a banner around February or March next year, right? So Ganyu could literally not appear for the next 12 months. And this is the main reason why I've placed her above all the other characters I've talked in this video. Because they're gonna get a rerun eventually in 6-7 months. Ganyu, no idea. It could be 8 months, 10, 12, more. So yeah. Now tell me, what do you guys think? Do you agree with what I said? And do you think that this is a solid pulling strategy? Pulling not based on the kit necessarily, but rather on when will the character reappear? And what do you think of my opinion on Ayaka? My opinion on Baal? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments and let me know. Also, here's a shout out to today's sponsor.
And guys, don't forget our sponsor, Fishing Clash, the ultimate fishing game. Download the game through the link in the description and the link in my pinned comment.
If you like this video, then you may want to check out my Lore of Sumeru video, where I analyze everything about the Dendro Archon and his region, my Linnaeus and Fatui Harbinger theory, and last but not least, my which of the Genshin Impact characters is gonna bite the dust video. So, as always, don't forget to hit like and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time, fellow travelers.